Okay, good evening, guys. We are so glad that all of you have joined us tonight just to hear a little bit more about Plexus, this company that we are all so passionate about. We love what we do and we love these products, and they've been life changing for us, and that is why we share. Um, my name is Heather Rogers, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus. I've been doing this for about 2 years, a little over 2 years. And I've loved every minute of it. The blessings that have come from this are just overwhelming. I just love what I do. Michelle Safe is also on the call with us. She's hosting with me. Michelle is a Ruby ambassador, and she was my very first ambassador that I signed. So we have done this journey truly together from the get-go. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to read you guys a little disclaimer, just kind of get the legalities out of the way. And it says, the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you have heard and are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any disease. Okay, got that out of the way. So I want to start tonight just by sharing with you guys a little bit about what Plexus is and what Plexus is. I think a lot of times there's, a lot of misconception out there. They see people losing weight and they think that we're just a diet company, that we're just a diet product, and then you think of all the other diet products that have ended up not being very good for you. And so it just kind of gives you a bad taste in your mouth, and you don't even want to check into it. So first and foremost, we are not a diet company. We are so much more than weight loss. We always say that, and so many of us share that in so many of our posts, that we are just so much more than weight loss. We are not a meal replacement company. Everybody give a little yay, because we are not going to ask you to drink chalky shakes all day long every single day. We want you to eat. We want you to eat real food. We want you to be healthy. And I really feel like you can't do that by just drinking shakes all day long. Our products are plant-based, and our company uses the most natural and highest quality ingredients that they can find. Nothing artificial in our products. No artificial sweeteners, no artificial dyes or colors, none of those things. And that was really huge to me in the beginning, because we're very conscious about, in our household, what we put in our bodies, and very conscious about what we give to our children. And so that was huge for me when I started researching it and really digging into the ingredients that Plexus uses. And the thing that really, I feel like, separates our company and separates our products from a lot of the other ones is that our products are aimed at getting to the root cause of the health issues that we have. Why we gain weight, why we can't lose weight, just our overall poor health. If you look at our society as a whole, we have so much illness. We have so much sickness that we, didn't have years and years ago. And a lot of that is because of the things that we have put in our body, and just have gotten our bodies all out of balance. So I really, really love that our products focus on the root causes of all these issues that we're having. Those three main areas that I want to share with you guys right now are blood sugar regulation. I always encourage people that I'm talking to Google search, benefits of balanced blood sugar, because you are going to come up with a laundry list of things that are benefits for having balanced blood sugar. Things like, reduce inflammation in your body. Things like, balanced hormones. There's just a ton of things, even down to reduced cravings and stuff. So, I really encourage you guys to kind of look into that. Another one is gut health. Gut health is huge, and the medical community is just now starting to, kind of take notice of that, and just, really how important our gut is to our overall well-being. And the last one is internal inflammation. Inflammation causes just a whole list of bad things in our bodies, from pain to, a lot of times we have inflammation and we don't even realize that we have it. Inflammation in your gut, things that, sprout into autoimmune diseases and stuff like that, all have inflammation present. So just getting that under control and getting all of those three areas back in check is just huge for your health. So to start out tonight, we are going to just touch a teeny tiny bit on some of the financial perks of Plexus, and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of my story, of my business side of my story with Plexus. So Plexus, I just sometimes it's overwhelming to try to even think of all the amazing perks and just the great things about the business side of this company. When we started, when my family started with Plexus, we were really struggling financially. And, I think with a lot of companies, you think, it's only the people at the top that are making great money. And that's one of the things that I love about our compensation plan is that people, from the get-go can make great money, $500 for us in the beginning was life-changing. That was huge for us to make that. And that was very quickly attained for us. So I love that, that you can make money from the get-go. Another thing, when you sign on with Plexus, you have the opportunity to go to conventions. You have the opportunity to win great prizes with that. We're coming up on Leaders in October that you can earn and go to, which is really, really fun. Last year they took us to Florida and we got to go to Disney for free. My kids love that. And this year they're taking us to Washington, D.C. So those are just, a few of the just amazing things that they offer to us as ambassadors, along with just a very generous compensation plan and just how they take care of their ambassadors. And that's one of the things I really like too. They want to see us succeed. They want to see us be successful. So I think that really sets us apart from other companies. What else? When you reach the rank of Emerald, which is it's our third highest rank. Wait, how do I say that? Third from the top highest rank, I guess. You get a free brand new Lexus, a Plexus Lexus. Of course, they had to get a Lexus because it rhymes. But that's huge. Never in my life would I have thought that I would have the opportunity to drive a car like that. But I've been given that opportunity with Plexus, and all of you guys have the same opportunity as well. When you hit Emerald, you get to go to Maui every year. We've got a big old group of people that just got back from Maui, so that's really exciting. There's just so many amazing things about our compensation plan, but I really just want to share with you guys my heart and my story and how this business has blessed our life and our family. So I started 2 years ago in August with Plexus, and I needed the products for sure, but we really needed some extra income. We had moved down here to the Houston area about a year prior, and we had decided that I was going to stay home. And that was all fine, great, and dandy. We thought we had it all planned out like, you always do. And came here debt-free, and for a year we made it work. And then we had medical bills come on, just a whole host of things. My daughter had some health issues, and just life happened, and we were really struggling financially without my income. So anyways, I saw my friend, doing great with the business side of Plexus, and so I reached out to her and thought, well, if she can do this, maybe I can too. And I was hesitant. I was definitely scared. I'd never done network marketing prior to Plexus, but I had definitely heard some really scary stuff about it. So it was definitely a scary thing to jump into, but I decided to go for it and got on the products and started having great results with the product. And so I started sharing from the get-go, just kind of took people along with me on the journey, because if I was going to afford these products, I really, really needed to make some money doing it. At this point in our financial situation, my husband would get paid on the first, and by the second, we were out of money. We paid bills, and we were out of money. And it was like, well, how are we going to buy groceries for the next 2 weeks until he gets paid again? And I'm sure that there's some of you out there that can identify with that situation and have been in that situation. So it was really stressful. It was stressful in our marriage. It was just stressful financially. I felt like we were just going deeper and deeper into debt, the debt that we had just paid off and wanted to, stay out of. And it just wasn't happening. So I started sharing with Plexus, and I joined in the middle of the month. So I had 2 weeks out of that month to make some money. And when I got my first paycheck that next month, I was floored. I had made enough to pay for our family of four's groceries for a full month. And guys, I know that may not sound like very much, but to us at that point in time, it was huge because that was exactly where we were lacking. You know, there were times that had my mom not known our situation and had she not gone and dropped, you know, $100 in our account, I don't know how we would have bought groceries. And so, you know, that was huge for us. Fast forward 2 months after that, and I was paying our mortgage. And this is just, you know, 3, 4 months into my being a Plexus ambassador. So from there, it's just, you know, grown substantially and just been, you know, a further blessing to our family and just, you know, relieve that tension that we always had every month and that fear, you know, going to bed, laying on your pillow at night and wondering how in the world you're going to pay your bills, you know. Now where we're at, I can pay with my income all of our monthly bills with leftovers without even taking into consideration my husband's income. And that as a mama is, you know, huge for us. You know, I mean, I know, you know, we don't ever want to, you know, think the worst is going to happen, but you just don't ever know. My husband travels a lot. And so, you know, there would be times that I would be fearful about, you know, what if something happens to him? Like we're up a creek without a paddle, you know? So that to know that I can take care of our family is just such a huge blessing. And it's just been such a huge stress reliever in our marriage. So that is pretty much my my financial testimony. I hope that blessed you, and I hope that you can see just how life-changing this opportunity can be.
Well, and to piggyback a little bit on you, Heather, which is amazing, what I thought was completely phenomenal is that it's not just the people that are on the top making the money. Silver ambassadors are making money, and that was huge for me. As soon as I signed up to get the products cheaper and then started getting a paycheck, and it was completely bizarre to me. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Slim. And basically Slim is our anchor product. I know I have here we go. It's also known as the little pink drink. It comes in a little packet like this. It's completely plant-based, which is another reason why I signed up, because it's all natural. That's huge with my family. Organic, stevia is a plant-based sweetener. We don't do any kind of added sweetener. So that was huge for me. The main ingredients are Garcinia gambosia, which is from a tropical fruit, and it's known to block fat and suppress appetite. And I'm going a little bit into like what's actually in it, because when you read the back of the panel, you're like, what the heck? So like the alpha lipoic acid, it's actually an antioxidant, which I didn't know this until recently, that your body actually creates, and it turns your glucose into energy. There's the chlorogenic acid. It's known to slow and release glucose it's known to slow the release of glucose into your bloodstream. Chromium, which is a big one in the product, it's an aid to help lower cholesterol and improve the body's use of glucose. Like I said, it comes in little easy-to-use packets, so you can throw that in your purse, which I do every day because I forget. And then I throw another one in there for later. And what I've done, it's made it a lot easier for me. I've been on it for 2 years now, and I used to mix it in all different ways. And what works best for me is I keep water bottles that are at room temperature. I drink a little bit of the water, and then I mix the Slim in there, and I feel like that mixes it the best way. Some people like it cold, and then so I'll just pour it over ice. So you can do it different ways. And I also recommend to drink it. Don't sip at it during the day. I usually just kind of down it. It's amazing. It tastes like cherry Tootsie Pop. A lot of people ask that question. It's not a meal replacement, so you're not gonna take this and not eat breakfast. I recommend, like Heather said, I always eat like about 30 minutes after, because I take it with my accelerator. But it's known to do quite a few different things. It burns fat and not muscle, so you have to make sure that you measure. And I didn't do this when I first started, and I am so upset at myself because I saw little change on the scale, but when I took pictures and I saw it side by side and I saw myself in my clothes, it was amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen my testimony pictures, but there was a 2-pound difference and I looked like a completely different person. So I just make sure to measure. It's known to keep blood sugar, cholesterol, and lipid levels at a healthy level. And lots of people notice an increase in energy, better sleep, which is huge for me because I was waking up 3-4 times a night. Even when my daughter was sleeping, I was still waking up. So, I mean, it's amazing. It gives you willpower over food. For me personally, that was a huge one because as a stay-at-home mom, I have the pantry and the fridge right there all day. So I find myself walking in there, picking a little here, and then finishing the kids' food. And it's crazy. With this, I don't. So it's pretty nice. And Allison, she is here somewhere. She is going to give her testimony for us. Are you here, Allison?
Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can.
You're probably going to hear Cecily too. She's in here with me. I
She
tried
can
to
give
hide.
her testimony too. It's fine.
Oh, she has a testimony with her eczema herself, and I still breastfeed, and so she gets some of what I have. With me, I had just had a baby and had to have a emergency hysterectomy. I was told to eat as many calories as I could eat because my baby refused formula, and so I had to nurse her, and she was losing weight. So I had all these issues that were causing me to gain an average of 8 to 9 pounds a month. And then I had Michelle's son in my preschool, and I listened to her talk about probiotics, and she made zucchini bread, and I thought, this lady's a hippie health nut. Nothing I'm ever going to take. I don't do supplements or take vitamins unless I'm, pregnant or nursing. But I, for some weird whim, just decided after seeing her pictures she talked about, decided I would sign up for the discount because my husband and I were both going to just do the slim. I honestly didn't think I would do it the second month, but I'm a sucker for a deal. So I signed up just for the discount. By day 3 of drinking the slim, I felt like a total different person. My son even came up to me and asked me why I was smiling more and being nicer, which was a kick in the gut because I didn't realize how grumpy I had been. But I've had severe insomnia pretty much my whole life, and it had gotten to the point where I'd sleep maybe 30, 45 minutes and then be up for a couple of hours. It was even to the point where I was sad when my baby started sleeping all night at 4 months old, which she wasn't anymore. But my insomnia was almost instantly cured. I was sleeping when the baby slept, but it was more like quality over quantity. I wasn't sleeping, 5-6 hours straight, but even like an hour, it felt like I had been sleeping for days. It was restful sleep. Not what I'm used to my entire life. But it also helped my anxiety, my depression. I had PTSD from almost dying, having my 3rd C-section. I had, a lot of depression because I had to be on bed rest, and I was down and out for about 2 months. But my entire life, I've had insomnia, anxiety, depression, ADD. I even was diagnosed with OC, which nobody would think so if they looked at my house. But had gotten to the point where I had bad PMS, and where I was like, did divorce and put my kids up for adoption every month. I went to a doctor about that, and she basically said it was that. But now I understand it was more my blood sugar. She even recommended that I take all these supplements, which now I look at that list and it's almost the exact ingredients that I'm taking with my Plexus products, about 1/10 of the cost from what I was buy. It helped me with my severe back pain that I had from a spinal injury. And so I was able to get off of Zoloft, Adderall. I got to look at my list. Conzip, which is a tramadol times 4, which is a time-release pain med. Painkillers that I would take daily, muscle relaxers, over-the-counter anti-inflammatory, Tylenol PM, icy hot. I was addicted to my heating pad. I mean, these totally replaced hundreds of dollars of stuff that I was having to buy just to function. My blood pressure meds, I was told it was a genetic thing and I would be on blood pressure medicine the rest of my life, which kills me because I'm early 30s and I shouldn't have blood pressure issues. I'm completely off of them. Great blood pressure. Some weird things that it helped me with that I've now figured out it was because I had a candida overgrowth is my allergy to gold. I wasn't able to wear my wedding rings because it would burn blisters on my finger like within 10 minutes of putting them on. Now I do. Being tender-headed, I always thought I just had a wimpy head. I just went to get my hair cut the other day, and I'm just curious. I used to take my own brush and brush my own hair, but I just let her do it, and she was shocked because she knows me as the one that, jumps every time she touches my head. Dry eyes, I could never wear contacts longer than maybe an hour without feeling like I had wax paper. I mean, weird things like that. Oh, a heart issue. I was always told that I had an irregular heartbeat and heart issues, which now I know it was a candida overgrowth. I feel like I've just been cleansed of all the issues that I felt like I would have the rest of my life. And I feel better. And then, I was able to get my entire family on products. I've got for borderline diabetic. I've got my family members using it for pain. I have my nanny using it for side effects from chemo and has in her joints. My daughter with her eczema. My other daughter with her sugar addiction. My son with ADD and allergies. I mean, it's replaced our cabinet. And we feel amazing, and then I don't have to worry about it doing damage on our internal organs because of all the chemicals that are in all these. But I'd say my entire family, we all feel healthy, we feel amazing, and we can trust that what we're taking good isn't going to put a Band-Aid to fixing the root of why we feel bad. And I've lost. I've lost pounds now. See, weight loss to me wasn't even an issue. That wasn't even, of course, that's what got me excited. But like day 3, I asked Michelle, does this help with something other than weight loss? And she was like, yeah. I could sleep. But yeah, I've lost 60 pounds. I haven't even added up I'm looking at my mirror. I don't know if you can see. That's where I write my weight. And I've been writing it since February when I started the triplex. And I've lost 60 pounds as of yesterday and countless inches. I'm wearing size 12, which I haven't been able to wear since 2001. I'm wearing smaller when I weighed 20 pounds less. It's just, I feel healthy and I look better. I feel healthier.
I love that. And one thing that I just wanted to kind of pull out of that really quick is just all the medications that you were on, and I feel like sometimes, well, a lot of times, we get on this medication for this issue, but then that medication causes this side effect. So then we have to get on this medicine to manage that side effect, and it's just like this never ending thing. And we're not ever really getting to the root cause of the problem. And so that's, one of the things that I just think, I wasn't on a lot of medication before, but that's one of the things that I just love seeing, happen with people because, all those things just do so much damage to our body that we don't even realize, and we're still not even fixing what's really going on. So I love that. So the next 2 things that we are going to talk about is our ProBio 5 and our BioCleanse. I don't know if you guys see that. This combination of products has been life-changing for our family. This is where we were talking about gut health and how important gut health is. Most of us, if we've ever been on a round of antibiotics ever in our life, if we've ever taken steroids, if we've ever eaten food, meat, milk, cheese, any of that was treated with hormones or with, steroids, all these different things that happen to our food, pesticides that go into our vegetables, all of those kinds of things. if you've ever had any of that in your body, then you probably, chances are, have some sort of gut imbalance going on. You know, and once you've got a gut imbalance, anything that you're eating is probably making it worse. And I didn't understand any of this until I started with Plexus. But so basically, you know, a lot of people are on probiotics. Probiotics are a great thing. The problem with most probiotics on the market is that you are just replenishing your good bacteria. That's all fine and great, but if you're not taking care of the bad bacteria at the same time, you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot and wasting your money. And that is what makes this product different. That is what makes this probiotic different from all the other ones. Not only is it going to go in and replenish your good gut bacteria, but it's also it's got enzymes and flora that are going to help break down the bad bacteria that's going on. And that's just, you have to have that to be successful. So if you're taking a probiotic right now and you don't feel like you're seeing any results, chances are it's probably not taking care of the bad stuff that's going on. I love this product. Love it, love it, love it. So then the BioCleanse is what we recommend to use alongside of it. And I know the word cleanse kind of is scary to some people at times, but don't let it scare you. It's very mild, and it's something that you can use forever. This is not like a 10-day cleanse. This is something that I will take forever just because of all the benefits. So basically, your ProBio 5 goes in and it replenishes good bacteria and it helps break down the bad. But then it's just the bad's just kind of sitting there, and your body sometimes will have a hard time eliminating that. So the BioCleanse comes in and it helps your body flush it out. These two are amazing together. Amazing, amazing. You know, with my daughter, I'm just going to share just a tiny little snippet of my daughter before we go into the next testimony. But my daughter has an autoimmune, and it was diagnosed about 4 years too late, to be perfectly honest. But it just caused so much problems with her gut. So many problems, inflammation in her gut, damage to her gut. And then just started with all these other symptoms that she had that were not even related to the autoimmune, we thought, but we just couldn't figure it out. And so we found out she had an autoimmune. We changed her diet all up, and everything got better. All her symptoms got better for a little bit. And then it was like every symptom started coming back, but it was worse this time. And this was right about the time that I started with Plexus, and I started learning about gut health and, you know, candida overgrowth in our gut, all of those things that I was like, candida what? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But I started putting two and two together that I felt like she really had a systemic candida issue. I mean, we were talking things like funky toenails, and she's little. Like, guys, she was 5 years old at this time. Fungal buildup on her scalp, fungal ear infections, yeast infections all the time, even stuff like with her mood, just, you know, really erratic. She was always almost kind of manic, you know, like really good or really, really bad. She struggled with rage, and I mean, this is my tiny little baby girl, you know. And so I just kind of started connecting the dots, and we had been to tons of specialists. We had been to practitioners, we had been to regular doctors, we had done tons of supplements, tons of different probiotics, and we never, ever, 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 ever saw any improvement until we started her on this right here. And within months, her toenails were going back to normal. Within months, her scalp had cleared up. Within months, you know, she wasn't having those issues. She was, you know, back to being herself. I mean, she's, you know, 8 going on 15, so she still has an attitude sometimes, but it's just so much better than what it was. And so these products are just huge, huge, huge for our family. You know, and not only things like that, but just, you know, weight loss. If you've got an imbalance going on in your gut, that can, you know, affect your weight loss. That can affect your, you know, your mood. A lot of people that are, you know, diagnosed with depression and all these kinds of things, not that I'm saying that's not a legitimate thing, but a lot of times it's tied to our gut. And if we can get that worked out, then a lot of other things will fix themselves. So these products are amazing. This, along with the Slim, we call this the triplex combo, and that is one of my favorites, hands down. That's where I try to start everyone that I talk to. So now we are going to invite Michelle back. She's going to share a little bit about her testimony.
Hey, okay. So let me see. I don't even know where to start. I feel like I'm a crazy mess when I talk about Plexus because I nearly cry every time, and then actually I do cry every time. So bear with me. Before I found Plexus, I was completely overweight. I just had my daughter. I was doing the right things, I thought. I was working out. I was eating right. I had tried to cut out sugar. I was really limiting everything. Can you guys see me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird. Anyways, okay. So fast forward, and I started seeing Heather post all this Plexus stuff. And I'm very anti-weight loss pills. I have so many friends that have taken them, and now I'm not even kidding. I have 2 of them that are over 300 pounds. It ruins your body. So when I started seeing about the Plexus, I was kind of almost annoyed and like, okay, so here's another fad diet. What are we going to do? But then I started connecting the dots because Heather is very organic and natural, and her and Jenny, which are 2 of my friends, are that way. So it kind of clicked, like, wait a minute, maybe this is really good for you. So Heather and I chatted briefly. I had done some research and she had me hooked. Like, we talked maybe for 30 minutes and I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm going to sign on. I want the products. I'm going to be an ambassador. Like, whatever we need to do, get me these products. To be honest with you, I didn't think that they were going to do anything for me. I've done stuff in the past. I've gone to GNC. They've given me all different kinds of supplements, and nothing had worked. And at the time, I was battling really bad postpartum depression, which I never in my life had. So I was crying every day, and this is where this gets really hard because my husband and I were struggling. I was struggling. I was crying every day, and within 2 weeks of being on the products, something changed. And I told my mother-in-law, and I was telling her this today, that this has to be fake. Something has to be wrong. Like, this can't be real. How am I feeling this good? Like, I was sleeping, even though my daughter really wasn't. Like, I felt like I was getting quality sleep in the time that I did get sleep. And I felt like my anxiety was getting better. It was completely bizarre. And to top it all off, I was losing the baby fat that was in my stomach that I had done everything in my power to get rid of, and my stomach was going flat, which guys, it's never been like as flat as it has been after I started Plexus. And then so fast forward a little bit, I started thinking that I didn't need my depression medications anymore. And sure enough, I was able to wean myself off of Lexapro. I went to a new doctor, and actually 2 different doctors, endocrinologists, who looked at my medications that I was on, and she's like, why are you taking this? Why are you on Cytomel and Synthroid? Well, Synthroid I still need, but she lowered that, took me off Cytomel, which was making my depression worse. So I was able to get off medications. I felt amazing. It's almost, I know this is where I'm like, Plexus has changed my life. And I know that sounds so completely cheesy, and I say it every time, but I mean it. Like, I was napping every day that my kids were napping, because by like 1 o'clock, I'm done. Like, I couldn't go anymore. So that was gone. It's been amazing. And of course the financial aspect was it's still, to me, it's completely mind blowing. Like, I never in my right mind would have thought that, 1, I would be a Ruby ambassador. It's been 2 years, and here I am, and I could pay our mortgage, which is completely shocking to me, because I just thought I was a stay-at-home mom. I was done. This is it. And it's so exciting to have something that's my own. I've worked all my life, so being a stay-at-home mom was kind of hard for me, and not bringing in money. And I felt like I had to ask, like, can I have $20? And now my husband, he sees my bank account. He's like, what in the world? So it's been a complete blessing for my family, 110%. My marriage, I feel like, I know it sounds silly, but I feel like it saved my marriage, that we went through a really hard time, and getting everything healthy in my body has changed everything for me. And obviously I can't think anything else but Plexus. And Heather, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, and you forgot to mention too your PCOS stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Michelle struggled with PCOS, and Plexus has helped so much with that.
I ovulate now, which my doctor was completely shocked. I wasn't ovulating. I had to take fertility medications to get pregnant with both my children. And I was not ovulating. We tried everything. I took Clomid with both of them. And then I went to a new doctor, and she said, I don't know what you are doing, but you're ovulating. You don't have PCOS. Everything's fine. I'm like, what? So we could have another baby if we wanted to, naturally, but it's not going to happen.
That's funny. Okay, so the next little group of products that I'm going to touch on really quickly is our accelerator, our boost, and our block. I'm going to talk about the accelerator and the boost first. I'm having a hard time getting the labels to show up right, but these two are both companion products to the Slim. You don't want to take these on their own. You want to take them with the Slim for sure. And they are both thermogenic, meaning that they warm up your body. They're going to be your weight loss boosting products. And I love that they give us a choice. They give us two different ones because most people love one and don't love the other. So I love that they give us choices with that, so that we can find something that works best for each one of us, because all of our bodies are different. So both thermogenic, both contain stimulants. So we want to be mindful of anyone who has blood pressure issues. I always recommend probably steering away from these products just because of that. But it is important to know that while they do contain stimulants, they are natural stimulants. And the way our bodies the way that our bodies utilize and use natural stimulants is going to be different than artificial stimulants. So just kind of side note to that. Both of these curb your appetite. The difference in our Accelerator Plus, which is this one right here, it contains an ingredient called 5-HTP. 5-HTP is natural, and it is a natural serotonin booster. So it's going to give you a little bit of a mood boost. I personally love that, especially now I've got 4 kiddos running around, and so I need that on a day-to-day basis. So I really, really love that it does that. 5-HTP is also known to regulate sleep patterns. It suppresses your appetite and boosts your metabolism. I love this product. I think it's a great product. The boost, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit faster acting appetite suppressant. Whereas the 5-HTP builds up in your system in the Accelerator Plus, and its maximum results are achieved a little bit later. The boost actually goes in, and it's going to help with your energy levels and your appetite suppression a lot quicker. The thing that I tell people about boost, and this is just from the people that I've talked to, other ambassadors, my customers, just all of these different people that I've worked with, boost is great for people who are already active. So if you're the type of person to get up, do breakfast and then shoot straight to the gym and then go, running your errands and doing all those things, you're a very active person. This would be great for you. We've had a couple of people say, if you're sitting at a desk job, something like that, can actually make you feel a little bit more tired. It can do the opposite thing for you. So if you're a very active person, you're probably going to love this. If you sit at a desk all day, you're probably going to love Accelerator. And that's not the end-all be-all. That can be different for every person, but that's just kind of the basic what we have seen. Okay, what was I going to, I was going to mention too on the Accelerator Plus, I forgot to add this in, because it does boost your serotonin levels. If you're taking any anti-anxiety or depression medications, you might want to check this with your doctor, just because it is messing with your serotonin levels just ever so slightly. You don't want it to throw anything off there. The block, which I actually cannot find my block bottle, so I have no visual aid. Michelle, do you have one?
I have, no, not right in front of me.
Okay. The block is actually great for people who are in need of blood sugar regulation and blood sugar lowering especially. So this is a post-meal steadier. So people who have diabetes, why can't I talk tonight? This is great for. Basically what it does is exactly what its name suggests. It goes in and it blocks up to 48% of carbs from converting into glucose in your body. So it's changing how your body is utilizing what you're eating, and it's not storing it as fat. Now, this is not like a magic eraser. It does not mean go eat 7,000 calories and you won't gain weight. That's not what it means. Those calories still count, but it's just going to change how your body is utilizing what you're eating. So a lot of people will take this, before their heaviest meal in the day. Or, you see Plexus ambassadors posting they're going to eat Mexican food, and so they post the picture of the block bottle next to the chips and salsa because they're going to eat chips and salsa. Stuff like that. So your maximum results with block are going to be achieved within 30 minutes of taking the product. So it's kind of like you don't want to miss the bus. Like, the bus is coming, you've taken your block, so it's coming. You've got 30 minutes to get on the bus. So you need to eat within 30 minutes of taking this product because that's when you're going to see the greatest results.
Hello.
Yes, somebody jumped on. Okay. So next we are going to have Miss Julie share. Julie has an amazing, amazing testimony. Y'all should probably break out the tissues right now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Julie, like she said. I have multiple sclerosis. It started in high school, but I was only diagnosed about a year and a half ago. My life has been really crazy for the last several years. If you know anything about multiple sclerosis, they're leaning towards autoimmune, but they're unsure exactly how it starts. But your brain is basically eating itself. There's no cure for it. It can cause ridiculously crazy symptoms, and I've had every single one except for losing vision in my eyes. Thank you, Lord. I don't know what I would do. But I've had everything else. Over the last 2 years, I have been in so much pain that I could barely move. Sometimes wearing clothes was too much for me. It felt like a burn. I was just burning all the time. Every step I would take hurt. Allison watched my journey. We grew up together. But she's watched my Facebook posts about being miserable and not knowing what to do. And she reached out to me a long time ago about Plexus. And I was very skeptical, to say the least. I was like, yeah, right. I'm on all these different pills. This is supposed to be helping me. There's no way that these supplements are going to fix me. No way. So I kind of blew it off, but I kept my eye on her. I was like, I'm going to watch. I need to watch and pay attention and take notes, to see how long this lasts for her, see if it really works. So over that year, I had to have a spinal tap. I had to have a blood patch because the spinal tap wouldn't heal. I started walking with a cane because I started losing the ability to walk. Still in severe pain. My right eye starts to droop down, and I call it my Quasimodo face. And my friends think it's funny, and I make jokes about it, but it's kind of, sad when people look at you and you're all, not looking pretty. But I've been on, I have a trimmer as well. Well, not anymore, I can say that, but I had a trimmer. My head would bob and my arms would shake, and that's what got my whole finally getting a diagnosis started, was the trimmer. Then they finally started taking me seriously. But I was on this medication for my trimmer, that's Inderall. This cost me $170 something a month. I was on Provigil for chronic fatigue because it got to where I couldn't take a shower without having to lay down and regain some energy. And this is first thing in the morning. I couldn't take a shower and get dressed. I would have to rest. Provigil costs $2,000 a month. And that's just 2 of my prescriptions that I was on. Gabapentin, this is Neurontin. This is for pain. I have 2 prescriptions. One is 600 milligrams and one is 100 milligrams. This is a big deal. Every single day. I couldn't go a day without taking it. And then Plexus. Plexus was for depression. When you're dealing with things like I was dealing with, of course, it's a sad time. All of those prescriptions that I just showed you, I have been able to let go of since starting my Plexus journey. And I may cry because that is a really big deal for me. Just the pain alone within the first week, I didn't need the Neurontin anymore, and I was popping that stuff all day. That's why this one is so big, is because I had to have it all day. Within the first week, I didn't have to have it anymore, and because it was an as needed, it was kind of like, well, I don't need it. Why am I going to shove this stuff in me if I don't need it? And then slowly my tremor started going away. I would forget to take it at night, because I was just feeling so good, and talked to my doctor, went and saw her, and blew her mind. She saw me in February and I could barely walk, and she put me in physical therapy, and I come back to her in August and blew her mind. She looked at all the ingredients in the triplex is what I was on with the X Factor. She looked at all the ingredients and was like, this is crazy, because most of the time when people bring in these weird supplements, I don't even recognize anything that's in them. And she was like, I'm reading these ingredients and I recognize everything that's in there. And that is really great, Julie. And she was like, I totally support you doing this, and can I have your card? So she wants to suggest that people with my symptoms try this, because it's changed my life. Just like Michelle said, I mean, it literally has changed my life. My kids don't have to see their mom crying in bed anymore. And my baby boy, he just turned 16 yesterday. He's ridiculously supportive, and he's just always like, Mama, I can see the progress, Mama, and I'm just so happy, and that in itself, I'm going to be a Plexus lifer. There's no way that I could turn back and go back to who I was before. So that's my MS Plexus story, and I hope that it helps inspire people that deal with situations with pain, depression, all of these things. I hope it helps you understand that this stuff is for real. Tackling my gut health has not cured me. Like I said, MS has no cure, but my symptoms, I'm literally symptom free, and I go work out 6 days a week, and I wasn't even able to walk very well just a few months ago. So that's the story.
That's amazing. And I've read her story. Julie is on my team, and I've read her story and shared her story several times, but hearing it straight from someone's mouth is just completely different. I mean, that's why I love these events like this. So I don't even know how I'm supposed to follow that, but here I'm going to try. So the next little group of products that we're going to talk about is our Ease line right here, which is our pain relief line. And also we have the Fast Relief Nerve, which I do not have that bottle with me. But the Ease line, we have capsules and we also have cream. I have the old cream bottle before they changed the name, so I didn't bring that out. But I love these products because they are getting people off of so many prescription painkillers. I see stories all the time. I posted one earlier today that had to do with that. But, all of the pain medicines that we take over the counter, prescription, whatever it may be, it's literally a Band-Aid for what's really going on. Inflammation is what causes pain, plain and simple. And so when you've got inflammation in your body, when you've got pain in your knee, there's inflammation somewhere. Just any kind of pain that you can think of, there's inflammation somewhere. And so what I love about these products is that it attacks the inflammation. So there again, getting to that root cause of what is going on with your body and why you're having the pain. So the capsules are something that you can take daily. I know people who do take them daily, people who struggle with chronic pain, knee injuries, shoulder wounds, whatever it may be. And these are great. They contain the New Zealand green lipped mussel and turmeric, and both of those are amazing anti-inflammatories, and of course all natural. Because it does contain the New Zealand green lipped mussel, we always kind of warn people about the shellfish allergy issue. If you're allergic to shellfish, you're probably going to be allergic to this product, which kind of stinks, but is what it is. Also in the Ease line, we have a cream, a topical cream. So, just like quick relief pain, if you've got something going on with your knee, or a lot of women use it for that time of the month with menstrual cramps. What else? I use it for mosquito bites. I mean, it will take a mosquito bite away in no time at all. And I live in Houston, so we have some big mosquitoes down here. Just a ton of different things. Sunburns, it's great on sunburns, just all of those things. Anything that you could possibly need that's pain or inflammation, anything like that, these products are amazing. Also, I like to note that a lot of people, I give this to my daughter. She doesn't have chronic pain, but because of the inflammation that she had because of her autoimmune in her gut, this has been key essential in helping her to heal and helping her to get her gut healed. Just getting that inflammation under control. Also, a lot of people take it who struggle with asthma. Asthma is inflammation of the airway. And so even though it's not causing pain, there is inflammation present there. And so this product is really great with that too. And we hear a lot of testimonies with that as well. The other product that I wanted to share with you about is the Fast Relief Nerve Health Support. This is great for pain, but for pain having to do with nerves of any sort. So if you've got like a pinched nerve in your back, something back related, this is great for people with neuropathy that are diabetic and struggle with neuropathy in their feet. Anything having to do with nerves. What I love about this is that this is the only product out there that has actually been proven to show that it helps nerves to regenerate. And that is huge. It is huge. I actually have a family friend right now who is taking this product. He has neuropathy, he's diabetic, and he has just been suffering for so many years. And finally, with the Slim and this, is seeing some relief with his diabetes and with his neuropathy, and he's not in so much pain anymore. And I remember right after he started, a couple weeks in, he was like, my feet are tingling, and he was like, this is so weird. But that's actually a really good sign, because that means that nerve is regrowing. So it's so amazing. I love these products. Sometimes I think they kind of get put on the back burner because people focus on weight loss, but these products, this line and this Fast Relief Nerve, they are changing people's lives too. So I just love these products. So now we're going to have Cara, my friend Cara, share a little bit about her story.
Okay. So I'm Cara Lindell, and I'm a Gold Ambassador. And well, Heather just kind of shared my testimony, so I probably don't have to share anything. But let me just piggyback off real quick before I start. The Fast Relief has really changed our lives. It was actually the first product that I started with. But my son, who has a lot of inflammation issues, asthma, some gut things that he's dealing with, Crohn's disease and some other things, he takes it on a daily basis. And although we are not fully controlled, I can see a difference when we run out, and it's been like a week or two before I remember to order a bottle. My husband says something like, where is this bottle of the Ease, because he needs it. So anyway, I started back in 2013 in June as a closet Plexus user. Called a friend of mine after I had seen her post. I totally disregarded anything that had to do with weight loss, but when she started posting about the Fast Relief line, which is now Ease, it really piqued my interest, because I was living with horrific pain. I had literally sneezed one day and my back disc slipped. It was sitting on my sciatic nerve. And so I had a new baby, and I was taking pain medicine, and I was going and having injections, and nothing was working. It was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. And so I started in June, and I really didn't think anything of it. I just wanted to be pain-free. But then I thought, well, maybe if once that kind of started working, I thought maybe the other products would work as well. And so I had been diagnosed, I guess, back in 2006 with hypothyroidism. And so I literally had been for years eating like a rabbit, working out. Nothing was working. And so Plexus found me first for the Fast Relief, for the pain relief. But really the story starts when I started taking all of the other products. Because not only did I get relief from my back pain, but all of a sudden all of my symptoms for my thyroid started going away. And it wasn't even the weight loss first, but all of a sudden I wasn't a slave to the nap. Like I used to set alarms on my phone like every few hours. Anywhere that I went, I had alarms so that I could sleep, and then I would wake up. So I would set an alarm in Carline, and I would sleep for however long. I would get to Carline early. It was like the first one there, so a good hour. And then I would come home and I would set my timer and I would sleep again for a little bit longer. And it was taking over my life. It was really taking over my life. And so I wanted to read a little bit that I wrote down so that I don't miss anything. And it's from my what if testimony that I had written out a while back, but I think that it really sums it up. So what if you napped 3 hours a day and were still tired? And what if you yelled at whoever woke you up? What if your toddler played around while you slept? What if you ate like a rabbit but still gained weight? What if you worked out and never saw results? What if what if the clothes never got folded, the house was rarely cleaned, and the dinner barely got on the table? What if your spousal fights were around your illness? And what if you printed off articles on a daily basis to show him the side effects of thyroid disease? And really I wanted to prove I wasn't crazy. I mean, it was terrible. There was rarely intimacy. My hormones were so out of whack. I didn't have PCOS, but I rarely had a cycle. Like the fact that I have 3 babies is a total miracle, because I just never had regular cycles. And since starting on Plexus, literally the first month of being on Slim, I had a cycle every month on the 28th day, like clockwork. It's amazing. What on top of that, the downward spiral, I also lived with chronic pain from a slip disc and just serious health issues, and my life was a mess and my health was getting worse. Now all my what ifs are no mores. No more naps, no more medication increases, no more depression or mood swings, no more internet searches except for Plexus products. No more eating like a rabbit, no more yelling out of control, no more fights about housework that didn't get done, no more insomnia, no more foggy brain, no more need for pain medication, no more icky thyroid symptoms. Really the list could go on. I have my life back, and I know everybody is saying like, it gave me my life back, but it just is the truth. It gave me my life back. My family couldn't be more thrilled. Never in a million years did I think that I could overcome thyroid disease. Like I just thought it was my lot in life. This is just how you live. And that was just, we were going to have to figure it out. I didn't realize that there was anything that could change that. And Plexus has done that. I'm forever changed, forever grateful for Plexus, my family. We are forever, forever changed. And I'm just really, it's God, because he just kept pulling me back towards these posts, these crazy posts that I was really getting annoyed with. But I was annoyed because he wanted me to see them, not because I needed to like pass them over. And I was inundated with them, and there was a reason. And I'm so thankful that I took the leap for the pain meds, that I carried on to use the other products. And I don't have as much back pain. I still deal with some issues, but I take the Fast Relief every day for my thyroid. Again, back to the inflammation. It's huge. It has really changed my life. When I stopped taking the Ease because I thought my back was better after I had my surgery, I noticed some of my symptoms coming back from my thyroid issues. And so I got back on the Ease and they all went away again. So anyway, I hope that blesses somebody. I mean, Plexus will really be a game changer if you have thyroid issues.
I love it. I'm telling you guys, I mean, Amber and I do these events. Gosh, we've been doing them since like January. We do them live down here in the Houston area, and I never, ever, ever, ever get tired of hearing these stories. You know, and it's always something new, you know, or you think you know somebody's story and then you hear them tell it, and there's just so much passion and so much realness, and just, you know, the lives really being changed. And I mean, it's kind of like Michelle said, I feel like it sounds cliche sometimes, but it really is true that Plexus has changed all of our lives. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to very briefly go over a couple of other products that we have. We do have our P96 which I'm sure some of you have some of that handy that you can show. It's a meal replacement on the go. It is basically, you know, we don't want you to do meal replacement. There you go, Julie. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork makes the dream. But it is, you know, sometimes you'll find yourself where, you know, you can't go and have a meal right now and you're crazy busy. And so you can throw this little packet of protein into your purse and mix it with water, mix it with almond milk, mix it with whatever you can. A lot of people will do it at home with like spinach and fruits and almond milk and peanut butter, whatever you want to do. And it's a great little meal. It's grass-fed whey, which is huge for me. Only grass-fed. It's sweetened with stevia, so I love that. But it's just a really great product for when you are in a pinch and you need that little, you know, something to make you not get hangry, because I know I get hangry. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk to you briefly about is the X Factor, which is our multivitamin. I have taken multivitamins my entire life because that's what you're supposed to do, but I never really could tell a difference in how I felt until I started on the X Factor. And the reason is that most of the vitamins that we take, our bodies do not have the ability to absorb. So we literally end up peeing them out into the toilet and flushing our money down the toilet. But what is different about the X Factor is ours actually has aloe built right into it. It's a patented aloe blend that is built right into our vitamin. And aloe actually aids in absorption. It will help your body absorb up to 300% better. And I am telling you, you will notice a difference in your energy levels. You will notice a difference in your immunity. We don't get sick anymore. You know, just all those things. It helps all of your other products work better because there again, you are able to absorb it because of the aloe. This is a great product. Don't go a day without it, or at least I try not to. We also have a family. Oh yeah, Cara forgot to say she lost 25 pounds. We also have the X Factor in a family chewable, which is great for kiddos. My kids love them. I actually kind of love them too. If I do run out of the X Factor, I just take the kids. It tastes like sour grape. It's kind of like a sweet tart. And it has all the great antioxidants and all that stuff built right in there for your kiddos too. So I love that product.
Can I just say real fast about X Factor? I'm obsessed, but my kiddo, like every single year I get strep throat, every single year, no matter what. It doesn't never fails. So I always expect it. And for this year, I did not get it. Last year I wasn't so good with my X Factor, but this year I've taken it every single day. I cannot live without it, and I did not get strep throat. My kids had it last week, and I am clear and free. Awesome. So that's great. It's good.
Hey. So our newest product is our Mega X, which is our all plant-based omega supplement. Omegas are so important. They're important for brain function, just all kinds of things in our bodies. Omegas are just amazing, amazing, amazing. And these actually have 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. So it's not just, you know, omega-3 or, you know, it's all of them. And I like that it's plant-based because you're not going to get that fishy little aftertaste that you get with, you know, your fish oils and all of those kinds of things. So since starting, I've been on this about maybe a month and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that. I have not ever slept so good since I've been taking this product. So if you need some good sleep, added on top of, you know, sleeping great because of being on Plexus anyways and just your body being balanced, add this product in because I have been sleeping so much better since I started this. We're still seeing just more and more testimonies come out with the Mega X. I've seen some on like memory loss, people that are, you know, early onset Alzheimer's or dementia, that are seeing some results with this product just because of how it helps your brain to function better. Just great things that we're hearing back, getting feedback on this product. So I love that product. I think the only one that I have not touched on really quick is the body cream, which my friend Pam stole mine, so I'm out right now. But the body cream actually started out, it was one of our first products, and it was actually called breast cream. And basically it had activated charcoal in it, and it was to detox the tissues of the breast, which would hopefully help reduce the risk of breast cancer. But what happened is that everybody started using it on everything. People were using it on their face. It was clearing up their acne. People were using it on stretch marks. I mean, just tons of different things that people were using it on. And so they decided to change it to Plexus body cream instead of Plexus breast cream, because it was just kind of weird for a guy to be walking around with breast cream. So it's a really, really great product. It's great on sunburns as well. Like I said, stretch marks. A lot of people use it on their faces. My mom uses it on her face as her just daily moisturizer. And that activated charcoal in it actually just detoxes your skin. So it's just a really, really great product. Okay, so just to kind of round this out, I know there are probably some of you that have some questions out there. I know that I definitely had questions when I first started with Plexus. And so I just want to take just a second here and just answer some of the, most commonly asked questions that we get. That way we can just kind of put your mind at ease. So one of them that we get a lot is Plexus FDA approved? And the answer to that is no. But neither are any other supplements out there. So any, multivitamins, vitamin C, anything that you pick up at HEB, that your doctor suggests that you take, none of those are FDA approved either. But the thing is, the FDA does not approve them, but they do not disapprove them either. So we work closely with the FDA. They keep tabs on us. They make sure that we're not doing anything unsafe. And we work really closely with them. But the answer to that question is no. But there's a lot of things the FDA approves of that I don't think are very healthy. So I just think that's kind of something to kind of store away in the back of your mind too. Another thing that we get asked a lot, is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? That was one of my questions, because I knew people who had been in network marketing that, had really gotten burned. And I love that we have so many great financial testimonies, from people who are at the bottom all the way to the top, kind of like we talked about, people from the bottom are making great money too. It's not just people at the top, but also Plexus is starting to be recognized by third-party companies. We were ranked number 8 last year in the Inc. 5000 for fastest growing small businesses, or fastest growing private companies, sorry. We got picked up last year by Morgan Stanley as a client. Morgan Stanley handles accounts for Google and Facebook. Morgan Stanley's not going to pick up a company that's running a scam. So I love that we have that information now that we can share with you guys, because that just builds on our credibility. It's not just us telling you that, it's other people recognizing it as well. The last one that I want to touch on just really quickly is it expensive? Am I going to go into debt, to be an ambassador? And the answer to the is this expensive part is, kind of depends on how you look at it. If you're spending money on, Cokes or Sonic runs or Starbucks runs or, fast food or snack machines, all of those things are doing nothing for your health, sorry. But you're probably spending about the same amount, if not more, in a lot of cases, than what you would be spending daily on Plexus products, which are in turn doing great things for your health. I always say, you can either invest in your health now or you can pay for it later. Because you can invest in being healthy and taking care of your body now, or you're going to end up sick. You're going to end up in the hospital. You're going to have medical bills. You're going to have prescriptions, all of those things. So it's really kind of a perspective shift, I think, with, is this expensive? Are you going to go into debt with Plexus? No, you're sure not. I think with a lot of companies, you have like a minimum order. You have to order this amount of product or this amount of volume every month to keep your ambassadorship. And with Plexus, that is not the case at all. Thank you, Jesus, because I do not have a closet over here or a garage filled with Plexus products. I literally order what my family uses every month and nothing more. So that's great. I love that aspect of Plexus. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of close this out really quickly. I just never, like I was saying, I never get tired of hearing these stories, just seeing the lives that are being changed by Plexus. Plexus is really helping people, find relief in so many areas of life, from better sleep to more energy, weight loss, willpower over food, getting off of medicines, reconnecting with old friends. I know it's been that for me, just bringing in old people, not old people, but old friends that I, haven't talked to in so many years, and just reconnecting with them. And I love that aspect of it. Paying off debt, making money from home, just all of those things. And it's really just priceless to see the lives change. I look at my downline, the people that are underneath me on my team, and it's just such a blessing to have been a part of that for them. So I love it. And just to think that it's only $34.95 to become a part of Plexus. You know, it's not $1,000 to get in. It is literally $34.95 to, you know, either A, start your business, or B, just get, you know, wholesale pricing for a year. Guys, now is the time. This is a ground floor opportunity. You know, you may be hearing about Plexus more in your area, but we are not even in all 50 states yet. We do not have jewels in all 50 states yet. So it really is a ground floor opportunity, and there are people, you know, that don't know about Plexus. I feel like in my area, in the Houston area, we are pretty saturated, but I guarantee you, I could roll down the street to HEB and start a conversation with somebody, and they would not even know what Plexus was. So, you know, but it's quickly becoming a household name, you know, and so you guys can be a part of that with us. One of my favorite parts about being a Plexus ambassador is helping people reach their goals, you know, and helping people dream big again. You know, there were dreams that I had years ago when I was younger that, you know, I kind of put on the back burner because I thought, well, you know, I don't, you know, have the right contacts, or we're never going to have the kind of money that, you know, will support that dream. And with Plexus, it's really opened my eyes. I feel like the Lord has shown me, like, don't give up on those things, you know, because it is possible. So, you know, just in helping people reach their goals and to dream big, I mean, that's just one of the best things. But, you know, if you, you know, a lot of us probably know somebody who wants to improve their health. Most of us know somebody who wants to lose weight. Most of us know somebody who wants to make extra income. If you can think of 3 people who need, you know, any combination of those things, then you need to be an ambassador. Because with those 3 people, you are going to be covering the cost of your own product. And it's so easy to do that, and we would love to show you how, you know, how to make that happen for you. You know, and it's so rewarding getting to help people and then, you know, see their lives change. But then on top of that, it's just like the icing on top of the cake that, you know, you're paid generously, and Plexus really takes care of its ambassadors. And so that's just been such a huge blessing to us, or into our family. And, you know, a lot of times we think, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, neither am I. I did hair before I started staying home. I've been a hairdresser for 10 plus years, and that's all I had ever done. Don't even have a college degree. Never sold a thing in my life. But with Plexus, we share these stories. We share our hearts. We share what it's done for us. We share what it's done for our families and our friends. And that's what sells people. They don't want to know all the facts. They want to know, you know, what it's done for you and why you've done it, and, you know, why you're passionate about it. And so it's easy to share when you think about it like that. You know, most of us do network marketing on a daily basis anyways. You know, if you eat at a new restaurant and you love it and you recommend it to your friends, that's network marketing. You know, you go to a new boutique and you love the clothes there, you know, share it with your friends. So most of us were already doing that anyways. So, you know, I want to ask you guys a couple of questions just to close us out. What if this is the last thing that you ever had to try to get your health back on track? Would it be worth it? You know, what if this is the financial opportunity that you have been praying for to help your family just, you know, like us, like just have a little bit of breathing room every month? Would it be worth it? You know, would that $34.95 be worth it? My friend Melissa Eichenhorst, she's a diamond, which is the top rank in Plexus. She's a diamond in our area. I just love her. But in her diamond documentary, she said this quote, and it's, the day that I said yes to Plexus was the day that I said yes to freedom. And I just love, love, love that quote because it's so true. I think most of us can attest to that. So whether, you know, guys, whether you are searching for health freedom or financial freedom, I'm so confident that Plexus could be, you know, the very avenue that you've been praying for to make those changes in your life and to give you that kind of freedom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this event. I'm sorry it ran a little bit longer than I thought that it would, but I'm just so glad that you were all able to hop on and share. Thank you, ladies, for the ones of you who shared with us. And if you have any questions, get with us. And I hope you guys will join us in this amazing opportunity. So I hope you guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.